Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Razzle Report, your ultimate source for sensational celebrity and political news, where we bring you the stories that shape our world with unfiltered passion and unparalleled insight. I'm your host, Rex the Razzle Ravencroft, and tonight we begin an epic journey into one of the most stirring moments of the 56th annual NAACP Image Awards. In a night brimming with history, hope, and heartfelt emotion, former Vice President Kamala Harris took the stage at the Pasadena's Civic Auditorium to receive the NAACP's Chairman's Award, a moment that transcended personal accolade and evolved into a powerful call for social unity, resilience, and unwavering beliefs in the power of community. In her acceptance speech, Harris delivered a message that resonated with people across the nation. Amid the backdrop of a turbulent political climate and amid the lingering shadows of the Trump era, she reminded us that our future is not dictated by the occupants of the Oval Office or the wealthiest among us, rather, it is written by the collective spirit of we the people. Tonight, we explore every facet of that historic moment, from the words that range out on stage and the context of her storied political career to the broader implications for social justice, civil rights, and the enduring power of empathy. Join us as we unpack the layers behind her declaration: empathy is not weak or awakened. And by the way, woke just means you give a damn about other people, and discover how this message is both a personal mantra and a universal call to action. The NAACP Image Awards have long been a cornerstone of cultural celebration within the Black community, a time when art, activism, and the power of representation converge. This year's ceremony, held at the iconic Pasadena Civic Auditorium in Los Angeles, was no exception. Amid a star-studded gathering of influential voices from film, television, music, and beyond, Kamala Harris stood as a living testament to progress and resilience. As she ascended the stage to accept the Chairman's Award, the room fell into a hushed reverence before erupting into applause, a collective acknowledgement of her legacy as the first woman and person of color to serve as Vice President of the United States, and as a tireless advocate for civil rights. Harris's speech was more than an acceptance of an award, it was a reaffirmation of the role that activism and empathy must play in the ongoing struggle for justice. While we have no illusions about what we are up against in this chapter in our American story, she said, her voice resolute and clear, this chapter will be written not simply by whoever occupies the Oval Office nor by the wealthiest among us. The American story will be written by you. Written by us. By us the people. These stirring words immediately set the tone for the evening, transforming her personal achievement into a rallying cry for collective action and communal responsibility. To fully appreciate the magnitude of Harris's message, one must consider the remarkable journey that led her to this stage. Born in Oakland, California, and later serving as a U.S. Senator and Attorney General of California, Kamala Harris's career is defined by a relentless pursuit of justice and a deep commitment to public service. As the first woman and first person of color to serve as vice president, she broke through centuries of barriers, becoming a beacon of hope and a symbol of progress for millions of people around the world. Reflecting on her early days in the political arena, Harris recalled the transformative power of joining the fight for civil rights and the importance of community in shaping her identity. Her decades of experience have taught her that leadership is not about solitary triumphs but about inspiring others to join in the collective struggle. I was raised to know that the fight for justice was never a solitary battle, Harris explained during interviews leading up to the awards. It is the unity of our voices, the strength of our community, and our shared belief in a better future that makes us truly powerful. Her journey, steeped in perseverance and marked by both monumental victories and hard-won lessons, has culminated in moments like this, in moments where she uses her platform not only to celebrate her achievements but to urge others to carry forward the torch of progress. Central to Harris's acceptance speech was a message that resonates with a profound simplicity: empathy is not a weakness. In today's divisive political climate, the term woke is often bandied about as a dismissive label. But Harris redefined it in real time, stating, empathy is not weak or awakened. And by the way, woke just means you give a damn about other people. With that declaration, she flipped the script, challenging critics and inspiring a generation to embrace compassion as a form of strength rather than a liability. For Harris, empathy is the foundation upon which communities are built. It is the fuel that drives the movements of resistance and the force that unites us in the face of adversity. A whole lot of people are going to be really hurt by what is happening, what is coming our way, she warned, urging her listeners to hold on to their faith, to be vigilant, and to resist in solidarity. Her call was both a stark warning and a hopeful promise that even in the darkest times, our collective strength born out of genuine care for one another can light the way to a brighter future. This message carries particular weight when viewed against the backdrop of current events. With the Trump administration's policies still echoing in the halls of power and the specter of division looming large, Harris's impassioned words serve as a rallying cry for unity. She called on her audience to reject isolation and to come together, reminding us that true progress is achieved not by the powerful few, but by the collective action of we the people. The NAACP Image Awards hold a unique place in American culture, a celebration of artistic excellence, social justice, and the enduring power of representation. For decades, this annual event has recognized those who have used their talents to uplift the Black community and to challenge stereotypes in media. Past recipients of the Chairman's Award have included luminaries like former President Barack Obama, the late Congressman John Lewis, and the legendary Ruby Dee, all figures who have left an indelible mark on society this year. As Kamala Harris received the award, the moment transcended personal achievement. It became a statement about the importance of collective resilience and the unbreakable spirit of a community that has fought for equality and justice through thick and thin. Her speech was a reminder that while individual accomplishments are celebrated, the true power of the NAACP lies in its ability to unite people, to foster dialogue, and to drive change in an ever-evolving American society. Harris's words, her call to action and her plea for unity resonated deeply with an audience that spans generations. For young activists and seasoned leaders alike, her message was a beacon of hope in a time of uncertainty. It underscored the belief that even when the forces of division seem overwhelming, the power of community and empathy can overcome any obstacle. In her acceptance speech, Harris made it abundantly clear that the challenges facing our nation are not the work of a single administration or a fleeting political moment, they are part of a larger, ongoing struggle for justice. We use our power. We organize, mobilize. We educate ourselves. We advocate, she declared, emphasizing that the fight for a better future is a collective endeavor. Her call for eternal vigilance was both a reminder of the sacrifices of the past and a warning for the future. Harris referenced the enduring struggles against systemic injustice and the price of liberty, a price that is often paid in the currency of community and solidarity. Even if they're of a different political persuasion, we need to call upon our empathy and not judge, but listen from our hearts and welcome them into our tent, she implored. This stirring vision of unity was a direct challenge to the forces that seek to divide us, a call for resistance that transcends political affiliation and speaks to the very essence of what it means to be human. Her words struck a chord with activists, community leaders, and everyday citizens alike, many of whom see in her a symbol of hope and resilience. In a time when our democracy is under threat from multiple fronts, Harris's message is a rallying cry, a reminder that the future will be written not by the powerful few, but by the collective strength of our communities. And grasp the significance of Kamala Harris's speech, one must understand the legacy she carries. As the first woman and person of color to serve as vice president, Harris broke barriers that had stood for centuries. Her career has been marked by groundbreaking achievements and relentless advocacy for civil rights. From her early days as a U.S. Senator from California and Attorney General of California to her historic tenure in the White House, Harris has consistently challenged the status quo and fought for the rights of the marginalized. Her achievements are not only measured in the offices she has held but also in the lives she has touched. For many, her work represents a beacon of progress, a tangible reminder that change is possible when we stand together. As she stood on the stage at the NAACP Image Awards, her voice carried the weight of a lifetime of experience, courage, and commitment. I have been working in this industry for almost the entirety of my life, she reflected, recalling how joining the Screen Actors Guild as a young activist provided her with purpose and direction. It is this legacy of dedication, sacrifice, and unyielding belief in the power of community that makes its message all the most powerful. One of the most poignant aspects of Harris's speech was his message directly aimed at the next generation of performers. "Don't lose sight of the human connection," she urged, emphasizing that while ambition and success are important, the true essence of art lies in its ability to connect us on a deeply personal level. For young actors just starting out in an industry that often feels cold and transactional, her words are a reminder that empathy, authenticity, and community are what truly make a difference. She recounted her own early days in the union when she was a young, aspiring actress with no blueprint for success, and how the mentorship and guidance of those around her helped shape her career. "It was the casting directors, the directors, and the producers who got me into the room," Harris said, her voice filled with gratitude. "Your feedback meant everything." For her, the relationships built in those early days were the foundation upon which her career was constructed, and she implores the new generation never to forget that. In an industry often obsessed with accolades and material success, Harris's call to remain connected, to listen, learn, and support one another is a powerful reminder that true greatness is measured not just by personal achievements, but by the impact we have on others. While the NAACP Image Awards celebrate artistic excellence and cultural achievement, they are also a stage for political expression. In her speech, Kamala Harris skillfully addressed the challenges posed by divisive political forces without naming names, yet her message was unmistakably aimed at those who threaten the well-being of the community. With the Trump administration's legacy still casting a long shadow, her words served as both a criticism of past injustices and a hopeful vision for the future. Harris spoke passionately about the need for eternal vigilance and collective action. "We must not isolate. We must stay in community. We must help the vulnerable," she declared. These words, steeped in the wisdom of her own experiences as an activist, are a call for resistance against any forces that would undermine the power of the people. In a time when public discourse is often viewed in cynicism and division, her message is a stirring reminder that unity, fueled by empathy and human connection, is our strongest weapon. As soon as Kamala Harris's speech was broadcast, it sparked a tidal wave of reactions. Social media platforms erupted with hashtags, memes, and impassioned debates. Many praised her for her unyielding honesty and her bold stance on issues of social justice and community, viewing her words as a much-needed antidote to the divisive rhetoric that pervades modern politics. "This is what leadership looks like," one tweet proclaimed, while another hailed her as a true champion for the people. Political pundits, activists, and community leaders have also weighed in. Editorials in major publications celebrated her call to organize, mobilize, educate, and advocate as a rallying cry for a new era of public service, one that places human connection at its core. Conversely, some critics argued that the speech, while inspiring, risked polarizing an already divided electorate. However, the sheer volume and intensity of the response underscored the profound impact of his message on the national dialogue. Looking forward, the legacy of Kamala Harris's SAG Awards speech is poised to influence not only the entertainment industry but also the broader political and cultural landscape. Her message that the American story will be written by you serves as a clarion call for empowerment, a reminder that change is not dictated solely by those in power, but by the collective strength of the people. For young actors, activists, and citizens alike, her words are a challenge to remain engaged, to keep fighting for justice, and to use empathy as a guiding force in the face of adversity. As the nation grapples with ongoing challenges, be they political, social, or economic, Harris's call for unity and resilience offers a roadmap for a brighter future. "We use our power," she declared, reminding us that real change is achieved when we stand together. It is a message that is as timeless as it is urgent, a promise that despite the obstacles we face, our shared humanity will always be our greatest strength. Kamala Harris's historic SAG Awards moment. We've journeyed through a narrative rich with history, activism, and a call for unwavering human connection. From her stirring recollections of joining the union as a young activist to her impassioned denunciation of division and her timeless call to resist injustice, Harris's speech stands as a beacon of hope and a testament to the enduring power of empathy.